So Jesus equals 74. Messiah for the Jews equals 74. Muhammad for the Muslims equals 74.
Wow.
Hey everyone, it's Tom Sydney Bushnell, aka Numbers, here from Site Club, the Tom Numbers Show, and News with Tom Numbers. Now today is Thursday, June 15th, 2023, and I've got the pleasure to have been invited to the Magna Carta. Well, the Magna Carta's up there, but we've been shown this special kind of hideaway secret stone.
Yes, Tom. So I actually found this stone in 2021 on 9/11. I came here with a bunch of people, and let's just look at this. It's overgrown. There's barbed wire, there's cobwebs, and there's stinging nettles. But yeah, this is the stone where it says, and I'll read this just in case you can't see it. It says, "Very near to this spot was sealed the Magna Carta." So there's a whole lot of other memorials over there, but this is the main one. And so this is why, with the king right now, we're going to conduct this little interview. So thank you for being here. Tom, today we're going to speak a little bit about why numbers are relevant and how we can find coding within the numbers. So I'm going to kind of just let you have this platform to share what you feel you need to. Just to let everyone know, today is June the 15th. It was June the 15th when this was sealed, so we're already in sync with the numbers, right?
Yep, we are. So
yeah, could you kind of just explain a little bit for someone who doesn't know anything about numbers, or why it's relevant for us to kind of study on them?
Yeah, thanks Indigo, thanks for having me. So the numbers, simple gematria, or the numbers, it's the order of the alphabet. So it's A equals 1 because it's the first letter, B equals 2, C equals 3, all the way through to Z or Z, the 26th letter. The interesting thing about the final letter 26, it comes to gain, comes to God, comes to flag, and then if you add A is 1, Z is 26, add them together comes to 27, which comes to code, and the numbers are a code, but it also comes to JFK. And JFK's here next to the Magna Carta. So there's a lot of interesting numbers that I've noticed here, and I'm just adding a final touch to it because I'll mention it, but I thought I'm going to put it in print so it's officially there.
And from your knowledge, is this something that's man-made, or is this something that happens quite naturally? It's within natural law that things seem to sync up.
It's natural law, it's God. So if you do the numbers, if you do A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, so you go A, B, C, D all the way through to Z, and if you add up 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way through to 26, it comes to 351, which comes to the sentence, God communicates through numbers. It also comes to Jesus Christ is the English alphabet. Gematria, which is the technical name for the numbers, is equals 74. 74 equals Jesus.
Sorry, when
Messiah,
you say it equals Jesus, what do you mean by that? As in, if you was to add up the J with the E?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you do J is 10, E is 5, S is 19, U is 21, and S is 19 again. So Jesus equals 74. Messiah for the Jews equals 74. Muhammad for the Muslims equals 74.
Wow.
Back to the Future, the DeLorean time machine car, DeLorean equals 74. English, the language that we're talking in right now, equals 74.
Wow.
If you do simple gematria, that's another way to say it, simple is 74. That comes to 148. Time Traveller, Donald J. Trump, 148. Emmett Brown from Back to the Future, 148.
Wow.
Simple English gematria is its full title. Comes to 222, 1,000 years apiece. 222, it's a special angel number.
Wow.
1,000 years apiece.
Wow.
And it just goes on and on and on.
Because there's also reverse gematria, isn't there? And you can do it the other way around. So A would be 26, B would be 25, etc. But today we're dealing in just ordinary, original gematria,
It's called simple gematria because it's simple, but in my opinion, it's the most elegant and beautiful because anyone can learn it. A child can learn it. And actually the kids are good at it. They can learn it. Anyone can learn it. It's something that we weren't taught at school, but if you've got the desire to do so, and you just follow your impulse, what will happen is you'll notice synchronicities, you'll notice coincidences, serendipity, you'll notice repeating numbers maybe on your cooker clock or your watch or your speedometer, and you're like, and probably, if you do the numbers, it's probably your personal numbers, i.e. maybe an angel number or maybe your name. So I'd encourage people to do their own names, do their family, all the versions of your name. If you know, people say, oh, can I do maiden name, divorce, do all of them.
Experiment with it all.
Ones that you're happy with, just do them all. And even maybe the ones that may, they might teach you another bit of information from your journey, but the more the merrier. But the numbers are powerful. So you've said Back to the Future. So 88 is Trump. Today, 808 years ago, the Magna Carta was sealed.
Ooh.
So you drop the 0. 107 says drop the 0. So you've got 88, which is Trump.
Wow.
In Back to the Future, you have to travel 88 miles per hour. MPH is the abbreviation for miles per hour. That comes to 37. That comes to senior, SR, as in JFK senior. Trump has just been charged with 37 counts of such and such. So he's referencing this. 88 MPH comes to 125, comes to spiritual, comes to dark to light, comes to time travel, Back to the Future, but it also comes to John Kennedy, 125. The Tesla Hotel in Manhattan, the New Yorker, is on 8th Avenue. 8th Avenue comes to 125, time travel. Tesla was the inventor for time travel, that's why he got suppressed. We've got Martin Geddes in the audience. Martin Geddes is 119, Nikola Tesla.
Wow. Wow.
And Martin's full name, what's your last name, middle name? Martin Royce Geddes, 185, Donald John Trump. All of us digital soldiers and warriors are laden with powerful numerical codes. So we're going to go, unless you had more questions.
Let's talk about today then. Yeah.
So that's a good explanation for people. So you just write it down. So what happened to me, I got these numbers descending upon me in lockdown from the essence of Princess Diana, basically, listening to Trump, the Kennedys, and I still had to figure out the slow point, the blockage point was A is 1, B is 2. It took me 10 days, maybe 3 weeks to do it fluently.
Yeah.
And then, but I had the backlog of all the information already.
Yeah.
So if you feel clunky, I had it in the beginning, so persevere. But once it's like a codex to another language. So, Magna Carta, here we go. So look at this, the power of the numbers. And I didn't know this until just now. So, Magna, I did know this, but I needed refreshing, but this actual piece that we're going to do. Magna's 36, which is real. It's also law. Okay?
Real law.
Yeah. Carta is 43, which is mark. So it's a mark, it's a line in the sand. It's also book. So Magna Carta is 3643, which is also law book, which comes to 79. 79 comes to super, comes to wonder. It comes to the atomic number for gold, is 79.
Yeah.
It comes to the dove. Now the dove is the antidote to the matrix, this simulation we're in. Red dwarf comes to 79. And red is 27 JFK, and dwarf is dove, 46. So anyway, Magna Carta. Actually, I might need to check the red dwarf part, but the red dwarf did they did a piece of simulation. They did a piece of footage that showed the simulation of destroying the matrix, and they pulled out guns. And it was like a near-death experience. The last guy standing, shooting the virus, it's called the virus, pulled out the guns, and they turned into doves, and then the game was over.
Wow. Yeah.
So you got the sign of the dove with Christ, and all these different metaphors and truths and religions and non-religions and esoteric knowledge. The dove is the symbol of peace, So Magna Carta 79 comes to the dove. Okay. So next part. So you see how this goes. So then we've got bishops. So bishop is 69, which is people, which is checkmate, which is wealth, which is financial. If you add an S, bishops takes you to 88. Bishops, Trump, 88 miles per hour. Today is the 808th year since the Magna Carta. And then and is 19, which is DNA. Barons, who's Donald Trump's youngest son? Baron Trump. Now, there's two spellings of Baron. This one, Baron, without the S, is 50, which is Donald. There's a set of books by Ingersoll Lockwood about time travel, and a guy called Baron Trump. It's actually Donald Trump they're referring to.
Yeah,
because Baron is spelled.
It was like the 18th century, right, or something. 19th century it came out.
Yeah,
predicting everything that's literally happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it talks about a wealthy man in New York.
Yeah.
And he had
like
a mentor called Don.
Yeah. And he had towers himself.
So it's Trump. Yeah. But then he's got a son Baron. So Baron is spelt with an extra R, which is 68. But barons with this one takes you back to bishop. So 69, barons, B-A-R-O-N-S, with an, and a guy out there just asked me earlier, are you a baron? I was like, I think I might have been a king, which is a little joke about it. But anyway, barons is 69, which is financial, which is people, which is wealth, which is checkmate, which is bishop. But if you add all this together, bishops, 88, trump, and DNA, that takes you to 107, quantum. And
so
then
quantum would be 107 if you used to add all the numbers?
Yes,
okay.
Which is atonement. So this is how this gets reversed. So if you could wave a magic wand, Trump said we have a magic wand. So quantum mechanics is what will reverse all of the ill that's gone in the world. Because it's quantum, but it's also Superman, it's military, it's currency, it's eternal life, it's Aquarius, we're going into the age of Aquarius. Yep. So bishops, 88 Trump, and DNA takes you to, Trump DNA takes you to 107, quantum, and then barons, 69, that takes you to 176, Back to the Future. Yeah. So you've got the dove, Back to the Future, and then let's do people of England. So people again is 69. This keeps coming up. We've had we've bishop is 69, barons is 69, and people is also 69. Of England, England is 57, which is Tesla, which is human, which is Mary, which is golden. Anyway, so if we do that again, so if we go to people of England, that comes to 147. It comes to the trump card, it comes to the frequency, it comes to time reversal, which is all to do with Back to the Future, and people of England comes to the sovereign, or magic sovereign, or sovereign gate. So that all comes to, so if you add them together, Magna Carta, 79, bishops and barons, 176, Back to the Future, plus people of England, 147, the trump card, the frequency, the sovereign, time reversal, it comes to 255. 255 comes to 1,000 years of peace. It comes to quantum leap frequency, and it also comes to Winter White House. And who lives there? Trump at Mar-a-Lago. A Mar-a-Lago 68 Baron, and that's the other spelling that is not there, but it is there because it's Baron, his son, right now. So you can see the power of the numbers. So when you're in the frequency of the truth, this is what just comes to you. It's available for everybody.
So could you read in your interpretation kind of what that would is what it's truly trying to teach us through the numbers? What is the deeper message of this stone here?
So the dove, people talk about the New Jerusalem. So you know William Blake? Is it William Blake? Who's the great that talked about Jerusalem? Talked about Jerusalem here in these green hills. So I think there's a connection with that. I think there probably was a Jerusalem. People talk about Christ walked these hills, the green and pleasant land of England. So the dove is the name for the ship, the New Jerusalem. If you do the mothership, the New Jerusalem, that comes to 343, which comes to President John Fitzgerald Kennedy. I think he didn't die. I think it was swapped out through time travel, higher quantum mechanics, and I think he's like a Captain Kirk character up there. They said it in the Star newspaper, which is an actual conduit for codes, and they put a picture of Space Force and the good guys on this side. I think it's higher. But then bishops and barons is 176, Back to the Future. And this t-shirt I'm wearing codes with everything. So again, you've got 808 years ago, drop the 088. And then JFK is just here. 88 MPH is 125 time travel John Kennedy. And Ange as well. And then people of England is 147, which is the trump card, which is the frequency, which is the sovereign. So the people of England are sovereign, and we're just rediscovering that again. But you add them all together, comes to 255, which comes to 1,000 years of peace, because we're going into the millennium. This is the 1,000 years of peace, the age of Aquarius, the golden age, whatever you want to call it. We all have different names for it, but we're all uniting together.
The greatest shift, basically.
The greatest shift, the Great Awakening.
The Great Awakening.
So it's all of those things. Actually, let's have a look. We'll probably have something within here with the Great Awakening. So, and the other thing as well is it's also quantum leap frequency. So 255, Magna Carta, bishops and barons, people of England, is 255, which comes to quantum leap frequency or reincarnation frequency. All of us would have been people previous in history. This guy's he's probably Egyptian with his t-shirt. So the matrix, the simulation, when you get on the good side of it, it tells you the truth of everything. I don't bother hearing facts and figures from people. I just let the world tell me.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at, what did I say? So the Great Awakening.
Well, what I'm hearing from you, we don't even need to just rely on our intuition. If we can understand the coding, we can actually have the blueprint to what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I don't know too much about Arthur, King Arthur, but people from both sides seem to want to claim it. But I think it seemed like Arthur probably historically could have been a good character. Is that reasonable? I think there could have been. There's the Knights of the Round Table. You've got the 12 seats up there. But if you do the Great Awakening, 169, it also comes to the Great Awakening Arthur. Now I know 107 has told me about Arthur. The baddies think that William is the Arthur. They're trying to recreate him. But I think there's also a good version of it as well, because everything is mirrored. So you've got a good one and you've got a bad one. Baron Trump. So Baron, his middle name's William. You see, and if you do Baron William Trump, and who's his mother? Some people, a lot of us think it could be Diana, because she's in witness protection. She didn't die. That's another one. Time travel witness protection comes to 369. The day after JFK in November 22nd comes to Saturday, November 23rd. It came to 369, wow. Which is John Kennedy witness protection, time travel witness protection. It all goes back to so Kennedy, Tesla, Christ, Baron Trump, and probably some others are all interconnected. But William Baron Trump, 235, comes to President John Kennedy. Wow. So there's all these connections, we're all avatars and fractals of the same thing. If we're in the Christ family, if we're in that consciousness level, then that's why all these frequencies, and people that kind of don't get it, like, oh, but what about this? And they want to know facts and figures. It's like, okay, you're welcome to. If you want to stay in the 3D, great. But but the ascension's happening, and people. That's why you all here today. That's why you're watching. You know, and so the numbers are another way to help give faith, confidence, reassurance, and happiness for the future. And it helps you see around corners dimensionally. You can figure out other stuff that's right in plain sight to you. You know? Yeah. Two things you just said there that some people might be like, what did you just say? I have to rewind it. I do talk quick sometimes.
Yeah. But the idea that, you just said JFK and Princess Diana could be in witness protection, right? Yes. And the numbers have confirmed this for you as well, yeah?
Well, the word witness is 109. When you spell out the word witness, 109. It's actually one of my favourite films with Harrison Ford and Kelly McGillis in it. It's about the Amish taking on the deep state effectively, and they win. Anyway, witness, 109. Comes to Diana Spencer, 109. Wow. The word 17, when you spell it out, comes to 109. Zapruder, the JFK film that was swapped around, 109. My channel on YouTube, Sight Club, is 109. I chose the name Sight Club before Corona. I didn't know.
Sight Club?
Psych, P-S-Y.
Oh, P-S-Y. Yeah.
C-H, and then next word. Like Fight Club, but Psych Club. Fight Club actually is 88 Trump, and him and Ivanka have done codes on my channel, Sight Club. They've spoken about that.
Can we quickly touch on, before we finish this, obviously we're in the United Kingdom, we're standing here in Runnymede. Why is Trump or JFK relevant to this?
The United Kingdom is 146, Ivanka Trump. I just mentioned her and you just asked that question, which is the New Jerusalem 146, Truth Social is 146, the Trumpet, the Universe 146. So why are they relevant? Because they were good avatars through history, and they've been fighting the deep state for a long, long time. Like I have, the sisters have, all of you people here have been. And so now we're rediscovering who we were before. I don't know all the answers, but I'm well on track. Yeah, but Trump, okay, so if you're a Christian and you're in the Book of Revelation is 185, Donald John Trump. And what does it talk about in there? Depending on your version, whether it's King James or other versions, this is for the Christian readers, or even just people that, you know, are like aware of the biblical stuff. Yeah. So the Bible, it talks about the trump in the last days, or the trumpet. Who's the trump or the trumpet? Yeah, it is him. I've had people say to me, no, but it's not that Trump. Yeah, it is. It is.
Unusual name.
Yeah. And who's the lion in Aslan? Who's in the Chronicles of Narnia? Who's the lion? Lion is 50. Aslan is 50. Donald's 50. And why does he have those golden locks? Wow. Because he's Aslan. He breaks the table. That looks like the table that Aslan's slain on. So all this stuff that he's going through, taking the arrows, being slain, but he just keeps coming back. He's resurrected. President Trump is 198, the resurrection. And then you've got JFK that started it off, and then he's going to come back. Original JFK is going to come back. People are like, no, he got shot, blown up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you just watch.
And see, you've already associated with just what's here.
Yeah.
With JFK.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got the memorial, a JFK memorial on this site.
Yeah.
Which we'll go to
next.
So this is another one. We'll see it when we go to the JFK memorial. So in closing, you asked about the significance of JFK. So I answered about Diana. Yeah. So JFK, so that's the other thing. So Diana, when she was buried in Westminster, Westminster, well, Westminster Abbey is 200. It comes to like a thief in the night. That's a biblical term. Something's going to change very instantly. But it also comes to Mount Rushmore. Wow. And then, if you go there, and I went there again yesterday, 50 yards from Westminster Abbey, there's Abraham Lincoln, a US president. He comes to 123. Guess what? There's a bus route. There's a bus stop in front of him. Guess what the number is, or the letter? It's a letter of a. It's a. If you go and get the bus, someone will say, yeah, go and get such and such letter bus terminal.
Yeah, like B or C,
yeah. Guess what letter it is? Q. It's Q. So you've got 123 Abraham Lincoln. You've got the Q bus stop, and there's a bus that goes round Parliament Square, and it's the number 88 bus, which is Trump. But the Q, so 123 Abraham Lincoln, Eric Trump 123, silver plus gold 123, comes, add the Q, 17, it comes to 140, which comes to the Trumps, quantum magic, the quantum, the military, the currency, and it comes to Tom numbers. And it's like, and I discovered that, and I'm like, okay, great. I don't know if, did I set that up before with someone else? I don't know. Yeah. And then, so going back to JFK, so JFK died November 22nd. November 22nd in numbers is 261, which comes to the United States of America, and you'll see that written on the plaque up there. Diana died August 31st. August 31st comes to 261. One of my favourite films for all these codes is Terminator 2. Mm-hmm. Terminator is 133, which is simulation. We're in a simulation, in my opinion. Yep. And you keep seeing stuff about Terminator all the time on the Star newspaper. I think it was on today or yesterday.
They're promoting him hard on Netflix now, Arnold. He's had a whole new show out. He's got his whole life story out.
It's all there. And then, so there's a date in Terminator 2, August 29th. Mm-hmm. Guess what date? Guess what number August 29th comes to? 261. And he says that's Judgment Day. That's when everything will happen. Wow. And then 261 is also the Project Looking Glass 261. It's also the United States of America. It's like, why JFK, Diana, why is Judgment Day in Terminator? Why is it the US, why is it the United States of America, and why is it the Project Looking Glass, all 261? Why is it also John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr., his son, 261? Mm-hmm. What's all that about? Mm-hmm. They picked all those dates because they're basically saying, we're superior to you, and we're going to get, and it's all going to come back round. But 261 is a super important number. Think of that, JFK and Diana, 261. The Project Looking Glass, or Project Looking Glass Magic, which is time travel. That's how they've been doing this stuff. And that's why they're avatars that were significant people in the past. That's why there's the connection with Christ, JFK, Baron Trump, Nikola Tesla. There's some others as well. But that's why. That's why. And the numbers, the matrix, this existence we live in, it all boils down to numbers. It's the framework of reality.
Numbers are God, in a sense, right?
Numbers are God, yeah. When I got my first number code was in Manhattan in 2015. Yeah. I met Ivanka Trump, and she kind of activated me for numbers. I didn't understand it with the letters, but my cousin Paul died. I meet Ivanka Trump. His birthday was 118, January 18th. I meet two girls after Ivanka, the same date of birth, 118. I'm like, Paul's talking to me. 118 is the matrix, the storm, the awakening. Wow. But I meet her in New York, in Manhattan. Manhattan's 92, which is numbers. I meet her on June 11th, just a few days ago, but 8 years previous. June 11th comes to 141, comes to Tom Bushnell, comes to reincarnation, comes to quantum leap. I met her on the 162nd day of the year. I have a digital project teaching numbers called Trumpology, 162. Robert F. Kennedy, JR, comes to 162. And then, if you do 162nd day, 192 comes to Ivanka Marie Trump. And with the picture we got together, behind us is a place called Delmonico Plaza, and that comes to 146 in numbers, which is Ivanka Trump, which is the trumpet, the universe, New Jerusalem, great United Kingdom 146. And all that happens, that's the beauty of the synchronicities and numbers. So that's why I teach it, because I'm like, you can get all your own revelation, your own personal stuff for you, individually and globally. And that's the beauty of it, because it's a fifth dimensional language. People are like, oh, but it can mean loads of different things. Well, of course it can, because we're all individuals. You can get all your own personal revelation, your own personal numbers from the universe, because it's you speaking back to yourself. and then you can get it collectively as a group, all the markers we know globally as well, and that's the beauty of the numbers. That's the magic.
From the magic of the numbers, is our future secure?
1000%. I didn't hesitate, did I?
You didn't. Let's move on to the next one, brother. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Indigo.
Love you, King.
You too, buddy. Thank you, man. Cheers. Russell Brand, Jared Leto, Joe here, we've just got introduced. Here he is, just Joe. I know, I'm just teasing because he looks so spectacular. So, he said, I don't really get the numbers. I don't really get them. What do you mean? So the numbers is an order of the alphabet. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3.
Yeah.
And you can add up a value of your name.
I feel like that's the bit I get.
That's you get there.
But how is that? How does 888 mean whatever you say it means?
Okay, yeah.
Because that would be whatever the 8th letter of the alphabet, that would be the same letter then. It's the same number. Do you know what I mean? Or is it?
I'm going to show you.
I don't get it.
So all you do is you add up. You just take it really slowly and step by step. So the best way to do it is your name, Joseph.
Yeah.
Okay. And he says, I don't really get the numbers. I don't get the number. All right. So Joseph, everyone get their calculator out.
Edge of seat stuff, isn't it?
All right. Edge of the seat stuff. This is Hollywood. All right. Ready? So J is the 10th letter.
Right.
So, and then add O, which is 15. And then add S, which is 19. And then add E, which is 5. And then add P, which is 16. And then add H, which is 8. That comes to 73. So Joseph comes to 73, okay?
Right.
Now we're going to do another word. Ready? Number. Ready? Number is N. N is the 14th letter, so it's 14. Number. No, we'll start again. So number N.
14.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah.
Add U, which is the 21st letter of the alphabet. So U equals 21 because it comes in the alphabet. It comes at position number 21.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yep. And then M is the 13th. So add M, 13. And then add B because it's the second. Number 2, second one. E is 5. Add 5. And then add R is 18. And what have you got? 73. So Joseph equals 73 and number equals 73. And what did they call that kids program back in the day? Number 73.
And Joe 90.
And Joe 90. So, yeah. So, and Joe 90, Joe comes to 30, which would be 120, the truth. But you just said to me, I don't get the numbers. What is it? And you said, my name's Joseph. And I'm like, Joseph equals number.
So in
so
your
73.
head, you just know that, what was it, 73
Yeah.
means numbers. And then
A
so
number,
you've got
yeah.
a list of words.
I've got a list of words because
73.
I've done so many of them.
I couldn't live in your head, I don't think.
It's a beautiful place,
That
buddy.
is- yeah,
You'd love
that-
it.
I'll just be that
You'd love it. It's a fucking, I have a beautiful head.
Yeah, true, yeah, nice.
Brilliant.
Do you do it to everything? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to shut it off.
So you just add in each letter,
That's it.
whatever that letter represents.
That's it.
You just add in that.
That's it.
But then I think the bit I'm not getting...
So the bit I loved about this, he said, I don't get the numbers. My name's Joseph. I'm like, well, Joseph equals 73 equals numbers. And United Kingdom equals Joseph number. So it's 73 United, and Kingdom is also 73. And also Britain 73.
So it's other words that add up to the same... So
Yeah.
how do you come to that word?
You just through practice. So what I would suggest for you is you just get a pen and paper out or record it on your phone like WhatsApp or whatever. Pen and paper. The best way I think is digitally type it on a phone, send yourself a WhatsApp message and you get a thread of all your numbers and then you can go,
What's it?
you know, like WhatsApp or text
Yeah,
messages.
no, what we...
So you type out in capital letters
Yeah.
the number, yeah. People do it on handwritten, but then you've got to always refer to your book.
Oh, right, once you've added something up.
Yeah, so you sit, when you get back home, you say, right, Joseph equals 73, number equals 73. But what you want to do is you just want to practice, when it will take maybe 2 or 3, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It took me about 10 days, maybe 3 weeks to master it. I was getting all these codes of downloads, but the slowest
Quicker
part,
you could work it
yeah,
out,
the
yeah.
slow part was like, right now I've got to work them out,
Yeah,
you know? But then once you know them, it's like speaking French. It's a codex, and it's another language. It's a language it's a hidden language that they didn't teach us. So Adidas, boys and girls. So Adidas equals 38. It equals gold, but it also equals Africa, and so they're involved in the trafficking. You see, so they use them. That's what they do. All this. They use it. You know.
Yeah.
And what's the next biggest brand to Adidas? It's Nike.
No.
Nike is number 39. So everything has been coded, you see.